Morning, everybody. Let me just get back to the camera here. There we go. I think I'm a tiny bit late. I was finishing off a scene. I'm working on that Hawaiian table runner that I did with you last time. I had no time to do anything else with it. Last live, I went away the next day, was in Alberta for a week, and since I got back, I've been doing catch up and everything. So I'm working on getting the pink and yellow bits together. So I gotta press that seam. But let me just press for a minute while anyone who's arriving gets in here. Oh, hello, Joe. Thanks for dropping in. I barely got this going. I've been massively busy this week. Holy moly. Just let me be up here pressing for a second. Hold on. Earlier this week, I got the blue chunks all sewn together. So there's one side. There, and over there. All right, that pink one's ready to go. Sorry I'm out of frame. I'm laying this out on the cutting mat. There's that one. Okay. The pink and yellow strips, I'm just sewing them together as with the fabric. They are longer than required because that other piece is 33 inches long, I think. Okay, that can sit there for now. And I'll press this one. There we go. I'm just pressing this to the pink because it's darker. Put the iron down on the floor so I have room. Kind of tight quarters in here. Okay, just about done. Sorry, everybody. I haven't had a chance to figure out how to do a different camera. But if I can get another browser source, I can probably use the camera on my new tablet. Although I don't have a stand or anything for it. But I could prop it up maybe and move it around as needed. It's this, my husband got it refurbished, and it's like sort of like this heavy duty, like not industrial, but it was designed for like people to take to job sites and stuff. So it's got a really heavy duty case and whatever. Works great, but I don't think I'll be able to get it into a stand. Okay, I'm just going to let that sit there and just be for a few minutes before I move it. Okay, what's going on? Sorry, everybody. Oh, the mirror image. Hi. Oh, dang it, I forget your name. Heather? No. Shoot. Sorry, mind blank. I don't usually have 2 coffees anymore. I'm trying to cut back, but today's a 2 coffee day. Oh, thank you, Joe. She says pretty fabrics. I couldn't decide which ones I wanted to use, so I'm essentially making that table runner double-sided so I can use whatever one I want. I still haven't figured out the binding, though. I don't know. I might have to just go through my stash. Heather, thank you. Thank you, Mirror Stitcher. Sorry. Mind blank. Okay, so basically we have this at the moment. I'm going to sew the other 2 just like this and make them go yellow, pink, all the way across. And then I'm just going to put the 2 together and basically trim this off to match the blue part. Find a piece of batting. That I've got. I got a chunk sitting around that's good enough. But binding, I need... I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. So, regarding housekeeping-y stuff. Oh, Joe says Fridays are always 3 cups. Yeah. Oh, hi, Allison. She says she's babysitting the twins today. Oh, have fun, Grandma. So, since I got back a week ago Saturday, and I just organized my June floss tube video, which will be uploaded on Sunday. Now, I wasn't planning on doing a whip parade, since that seems to be the season for it, like mid-year, how you doing on your projects, blah, blah, blah. Because I don't really have that many cross-stitch projects, and I don't just cross due to circumstances. But I got several things going on, so it's not just cross-stitch. I thought, well, probably shouldn't, because it's then 6 months down the road, whatever you accomplish between now and then, you can look back and say, oh yeah, I did actually do something. So I might just do one. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I'll probably film it relatively quickly with my phone and not go into a huge amount of depth about it. But I'll just like show you all and also make like a record of for myself as of like right now. Does that make sense? I don't know. We'll see. I have a reasonably quiet weekend other than the usual chores and things. So maybe if I have half an hour, 20 minutes? 20 minutes is probably more realistic since I don't have a lot of stuff. I hope that somebody would watch it if I do it, but then again, it is kind of for my own edification only. We'll see. Okay, I'm actually going to unplug my mouse for a second. Oh, yeah, vintage style, says Joe. That's a good one, the couch craft. Yeah, sometimes I just sit in my armchair and do a small project. You know, Christmas ornaments and such. Most of my stuff is not that big. I'm not really into big. I see lots of people doing really nice, big, full coverage projects, like looks like tapestry, but I don't think that's really my thing. Sorry as I'm moving you around. There you got a good view of the wolf, if you didn't see it already. It's just still hanging on the wall. I will do something with it eventually. I had to leave it. Okay. I'm just bringing you up here for a second while I pin. Sorry about that. Okay. There. If you can see it better, I'll pop it down a little bit. I just want to pin these just a bit to get going. So, because it's long, I don't want it flapping around. And then I just sort of hold it together as I go. You know, just sew a little bit and line it up and make sure it's all straight, and then sew a bit more and just keep it lined up as I go. But to start, I'm going to add a couple pins. I generally do pin. I'm not one of those people that never pins. I usually do it. But just for this, I'm only doing part of it. Can you guys see it? My laptop practically closed. There, that should probably do it. And only a few pins I think will be needed. I'm like a third of, well, not quite half all the way down the seam. Put the pins back there. Now I'm just going to twist this around and try to aim you down at the sewing machine a bit. Kinda. Let's see how that works. This is an experiment, me moving around the laptop. Thankfully, I've got a nice big long cord. Now let me get out of the way of the sewing machine and put it back around there. Okay, there we go, kinda. Yes, no? Okay, I got lots of chat going on. Hold on. Who's in here? Deb! Hello, Deb! Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thanks for coming in. Heather says she's never done a whip parade either. Not sure I want to. She's in quilting mode these days. Oh, that's awesome, Heather. I'll have to check out your channel, see what you're doing. Oh, Train Man! Hey! You're right, long time. I know. I haven't been anywhere in any of the train videos. I'm massively busy. Okay, can you guys kind of see this? Hang on, I'm going to... There, that's sort of good. Not bad, I guess. Alright, let's sew for a second here. So, okay, everybody's... Heather, where do you live? Remind me. I think I'm just me here in Canada. Everyone else is elsewhere. Because we've got our long weekend coming up. There was a thing on the news last night that all of the local campgrounds are already full as of last night. So people took today off too. Canada Day, the 1st, is Tuesday. That's the national holiday. So everybody has that off. Well, retail not, but, you know, a lot of businesses are just closed, right? There's stuff going on around town, parades and fireworks and such. Depending on where you are, there's different activities. This is a happening place. We don't do that anymore. We used to do when the kids were little. We just stay home or go to somebody's house. We are hosting this year. We were having people over for dinner on Canada Day. So obviously people have just made an extra long weekend and have gone away starting last night afternoon. I'm sure the highway was a gong show out of Vancouver yesterday. Holy moly. And we live in a tourist town, so another reason to not really go out and about this weekend too much. Because it's going to be busy. So my friends in the U.S., you have your long weekend next weekend, right? Because isn't the 4th next Friday? Wait a minute. Yes, yeah. If the 1st is Tuesday, that follows. Yep. Okay. Can't get my pin in. I got one of those little tomato things. Okay. Oh, great. Heather. Tabor, Alberta, corn country, yes. My aunt and uncle live in Calgary. And we did get to see them last week in our travels. We went to Olds. Well, we were staying in Drumheller. It's like an hour and 20 minutes away. But we went back to Olds because that's where my kids went to college. And my son had to turn in a keg because he's a brewer. And he went to the brewing program at Olds College and brought a keg back when he was done. But that was 4 years ago. And they did email and say, hey, can we get our keg back? So it was funny because we went into the brewery. We were going to get a pint too. But my son goes up to the lady that's there and says yes, the keg. And she's trying to find the number because they all have a number stamped along the side of them. And she says, were you a student? He said, yes, I was. It was a while ago. And she's flipping back in the book and back in the book and back in the book. And, oh, there it is. So the day that we went to Olds, my aunt and uncle drove up from Calgary, because it's, an hour or so, not that bad. Maybe a little bit under. And we went to Boston Pizza, and we had lunch, and had a nice visit. So that was lovely. And my aunt has talked about Tabor corn before. I think we even had some one time when we were visiting them in the summer. It was pretty good. Chilliwack is corn country too. It's going to be out pretty soon. There's a local family that we know via hockey that have green and yellow barns around town, the Sparks family. And they get local kids to sell the corn in the summers. And for 2 summers while our daughter was in high school, she did sell corn. And right now, our great niece, who is 16, is about to start her 2nd summer of selling corn. Like, if you go around local grocery stores in Vancouver and around and whatnot in the summer, Chilliwack corn! Yeah, well, we get it fresh every day. It's not sitting around, it doesn't get refrigerated and go to some grocery store. Because we know the Sparks family, they told us they pick the corn every day at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And it goes around to the barns every day, fresh, every day. And whatever's left over at the end of the day in the barns does not get sold. It's for the cows. So it is fresh every day. And yes, there is a difference. We've lived in this town for 27 years. We have figured that out. Okay, I'm just about done this seam. Sorry, I know it's long. It's taken a while. It's probably boring to watch. But I have to be super careful and not get it all wonkapus. Just going slowly here. I don't know how people can sew quickly. I would mess that up like so bad. Oh my god. Just keep checking it's lined up properly. Don't pull it. Don't stretch it. Just line it up on top of each other. Carefully. At this point, I'm probably going to have to wake the iron back up too. We'll see. Hold on. I'm going to bring the laptop back around again to the regular spot too. So Heather, what are you up to for Canada Day then? There, put my little piece in there. Okay, that one's ready for a press. Now, I'm going to move the laptop back around, so close your eyes. Get my cords all over the place. That's where I usually have you. See, there's the window. That's where you sit. There. Okay. Oh, and Train Man lives in Okotoks. Okay, great. Yeah, if you knew you were Canadian too. Oh my goodness, I thought of you all when I was in Revelstoke last week. Because we drove right past the museum, but we were heading out of town to get gas to leave to come home. Like, oh yeah, right. Yeah. My life has been a little wild in the last bit. Okay, I'm just plugging the mouse back in. Okay. Alright. Okay, bye Train Man, see ya. Yeah, I'll try. I know, I miss you all too. Wonkapus, yeah, crazy, wonky. Sometimes I make up my own language, Heather. My grandma used to say catawampus, I think. That's probably where I got it from. Mm. So it looks like over the course of the weekend the weather's going to get better. Right now it's kind of cloudy. It rained overnight because I heard it. It's like 13, 14 degrees Celsius. Open. Okay, so hang on. This one isn't pressed yet. But you guys will get the idea. One sec. Okay, if we hold this open like this. Okay, there's one piece. And I'll take the other piece like this. Gonna look like that. Right? Pink, yellow, pink, yellow. I'll sew that up later. Watch one more seam, right? Heather says there's usually a car show to walk through because I have a grandson now. I might go to the parade. There's music in the evening at the town park. Sounds nice. Yeah, that's kind of what we do here. I'm not sure if there's a parade anymore. They used to do it. I haven't paid attention in what's going on in town for so long, just because our kids are young adults and we don't think about stuff like that anymore. But there's right near Highway 1 at Lickman Road, there's it's called Heritage Park. Most people here just refer to it as the Red Barns because they're 3 big red barns. That's where the exhibition is. There's a ton of stuff going on there. There's a dog show. Like, it's busy all year for all kinds of stuff. And usually that's where they do fireworks. Because there's a big parking lot, there's a big field in the back, there's lots of space, it's safe. They're not going to freak anybody out on the highway. And usually we can see it from our front window because our living room window faces that direction. And if they go up high enough, then we can see it. At least we have in past years. But it doesn't get really dark enough now, this time of year, until like nearly 10:30. So it's late. Everything okay, Joe? Oh, I missed Deb asking you something. Sorry, I had to scroll back in chat one sec. Oh, Deb says, hope everything went well this morning. Well, I agree with Deb then. I hope so too, Joe. I hope you're all good. I'm always concerned about everybody being okay. Heather says, I really don't like parades. Do you have a market? People selling jams, baking crafts? Yeah, there's often one downtown in the summer in one of the parks, like every Saturday. I'm not, maybe there's one, maybe that's going on too over at the Heritage Park at the Red Barns, maybe. As far as I know, they do stuff all day and then fireworks at night, but I couldn't tell you what that stuff is because we don't go anymore. There's always like craft fairs at Christmas and stuff there. There's like tractor pulls and there's something pretty much every weekend, almost all year round, going on over there. The exhibition is on there every summer. We're gonna miss it again this year because we're going camping again that weekend. That was more fun when the kids were little because my son built a Lego thing and entered it in the competition, and you know, people make jam and stuff, and yeah, it's that kind of thing. Quilts too. I've put stuff in there before. Different things. I'm not a massive parade fan either, Heather, but in September, our family's going. I missed it last year because I was in Vancouver doing a cruise ship tour. But my daughter works at the Kent Vet Clinic in Agassiz, just across the river from us. And they have the fall fair every year, mid-ish September, and there's a parade. And the vet clinic has a float. Because they all have dogs. And last year the theme was Jurassic Bark. So they're going to do it again. So they all dress up. The dogs were... Ferris had his dinosaur costume on. Yeah. And then at Christmas here in Chilliwack, the first Saturday of December is the Santa Claus Christmas Parade. And the last time we went was in 2019 because our son was still in high school and he was in Drumline. And Drumline was the very last thing before Santa. So we went to the Christmas Parade. But now, just because they want to keep using their float because they built it, they're going to do the Agassiz Fall Fair again, and they're going to be in the Chilliwack Christmas Parade. So we might go back to the Christmas Parade just because Ferris and Henry will be in it, and our daughter, and yeah. My husband went to the parade last year. He said it was great. And my mom and dad did too. Heather says, when I lived in Drumheller, they used to include a fall fair where you could submit stuff for judging. Yeah, that's pretty much what the exhibition is too. And the 4-H kids do their cows and their rabbits and stuff. That kind of thing, yeah. There's rodeo. Same kind of idea. It's always the second weekend of August. But we went camping last year, and we are going camping again this year. So, whatever, we'll miss it. Okay, I don't know how heck of a lot else to tell you. Upcoming is, yeah, not much. We're Canada Day's busy. I guess I will do that whip parade then. But it won't be super in-depth. It'll be relatively quick. Having said that, though, that FlossTube video of mine that's uploading on Sunday is slightly longer than usual. I think it's like 14-15 minutes. I don't generally do that very long videos. They're all pretty quick. But I do have a lot to show you. So if you're going to watch it, please stick with the whole thing. I sort of filmed it over the course of the month. So there's clips. I don't just sit there and go. I mean, that's some people's style. Great. If that works for you, do it. But if I don't do it piecemeal, I don't do it. Because I don't have time. So, you get a 2 or 3 minute clip. Well, hey, I can show you this right now. Okay, there's this. Then time goes on in the month and, oh, here's this. I can show you this now. If I didn't do it that way, you wouldn't get anything. So that's just the way I have to do it. I just can't. I just can't. You guys have been around, people that have been around my channel long enough know that my life is kind of chaotic. Even though it's only my husband and I and the dogs and my son around when he's not working. Back when the kids were doing stuff, there was absolutely no way I could have had a YouTube channel. No way. We were running around like chickens without heads all the time. Because they were in sports and school stuff, and it was just... In a way, I kind of miss that, because we made lots of nice friends. But... Ugh, it was crazy. Alright. Oh, Heather says she likes vlog-style videos for sure. Yeah, I don't mind them, but it is nice to kind of sit there and watch. Like, sometimes in the morning with a coffee, if I'm just trying to get myself together, I'll watch somebody's longer video and kind of get into my day. Or, like, at night before I go to bed, maybe. Then it's kind of, like, relaxing. Or somebody, like, a long quilting video. Or, you know, that kind of thing. I sometimes put people's playlists on while I'm doing stuff here. You know, if I'm kind of going to be in a sewing groove for a while and I got lots to do, then I'll stick someone's playlist on and kind of have company. Uh, 2 weeks will be another live. What is that, the 11th? Yeah, I think. I don't know what I'll do. Depends how organized I am. We're going to my sister's on the 6th. That's their anniversary. My niece just graduated, and it's her birthday on Monday, so there's lots of stuff to be celebrating. So we're going to go there for dinner on the 6th. I'll pick up a bunch of the solid fabric, because she took it with her from when we did the gemstone quilt for Mum. Maybe I can find her sometime. I want to go and get... I hope they still have it. It was about a month ago. I went to Fabricland, and they had fabric that had corn cobs on it. And white fabric with black splotches like cow hide. Like, are those Jersey cows? The white and black ones? Whatever, anyway. It unmistakably looks like cow. So I thought, ooh, that'd be appropriate for that community quilt I did last summer. Because that's the collab, and it's still hanging in the closet. I haven't touched it. The top's done, and I have, yeah. So I thought, ooh, that might make a good backing if I get a big chunk of the corn fabric and a big chunk of the cow fabric, but by the time I get to Fabricland, it might be gone. I should have bought it when I was there, but I was busy trying to get other stuff done. I didn't have time, so I don't know. We'll see. Not enough time in the day. And my coffee's done, so I guess I'll just shut this down now. Thanks for hanging around again, everybody. I'm sorry if I was jumping around, but I was trying to show you different stuff. I only go with the technology that I have. Okay, I'm going to unplug my sewing machine. Which plug? I got like 15 plugs down here. There we go. Okay, so, Heather, my fellow Canadian, have an excellent long weekend. And everybody else, I will see you all around. And my American friends, I guess you won't be doing live next Friday. Fair enough, you got a holiday going on. Cool. Have a nice long weekend next weekend. I guess everyone's real busy, but I'll see you all around as time permits and when everyone's schedule permits. Thank you, Heather. She's waving and put a Canada flag. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. Mwah, 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 mwah. Big hugs.